Look, I brought up. I know I'm starting a bit early, but I just haven't been able to wait today for admin review. I'm so ready for it. I can't do Sam because of reason, but yeah. I'm waiting for some admin reviews. What's up, guys? Well, what did I like to? Okay, no. Yeah, guys, I've been trying to do some trading. I got scammed. Well, my account kind of got hacked, but before they could log me out, I logged out of them. So everyone got logged out because he logged me out, but before he logged me out, I logged him out. So kind of did at the same time. So he didn't get access to my account at least. But I had to shut my account down. So yeah. Who is ready? Oh yeah, guys, I didn't stream Taco Tuesday, but I did do quite a few things on Taco Tuesday. I did get a few things, but I got scammed. Like I got some really good items. Who's ready for some admirables? I don't even know why I said it like that. That's so weird for real. I want admirables. For real, that's actually weird for real. Maybe I need to go back. Very weird. You will. Yeah, guys, I'm just watching my chat on my phone. So, yeah. Guys, I know I haven't got a webcam on, but I do have a webcam. But because of my channel, I'm not allowed to. So, yeah. Who is ready? But I am hyped up for today. Yo, so late just to get these for real. Hyped all week for this update. I'm literally. Oh, I see someone's in chat. Well, they left. What's it, guys? I'm just getting my pop-up chat. Oh, yeah, good. Getting my pop-up chat. It's just a chat you can get. One sec. Okay. Full screen this. I'm just trying to get it up real fast. Okay, good. Yeah, I have chat up on my screen, so I'll be able to see what you put in chat. Look, I'll put in chat right now. Hi. I'm also playing Roblox, so yeah. But who is some admin abuse today? I'm hyped up so hard right now. But I don't know what. Yeah. Oh, I am happy buzz, I'm up in the juice. Well, guys, put in chat, W look, if I get 6-7, lost 6-7, the grande combination. So any combination. Yeah, my server's been put on private because I was AFK farming until I got I was doing it I was filming a vid ready, and I was like here, and I had to sit here until I got a secret. I was sitting here for like 5 minutes because for some reason a secret spawned out right away, so I didn't post it, but I went out to go do myself saying, someone joined my server, stole all my stuff, left. I was literally, I saw them stealing. I tried to run over and attack them. If I stole one of my last items, but they got it and then they left instant. I was sad. Yeah, guys, I got one Roblox. I'm Paul. I'm Paul. Baby. But who is ready for some admin abuse? It's like I'm getting ready for some admin abuse. So I'm looking at it on YouTube on my phone, and it's all they can see is like this from the camera thing. I'll reset my phone, but that's what it looks like. I literally filmed it all today. Let me stop trying. Okay. It should be sharing now, and then I don't know. Okay. But who's ready for some admin abuse? We literally got. How long? On my phone, it's saying that it's literally a black screen. And someone type that for you, put in chat. What's that, guys? Oh guys, look, I got 2 likes on my video on my stream right now. We're getting hype. High. Bro, one sec, my absolute internet is crappity. I'm having to switch to a whole different one. Oh, I've lost a subscriber. I've just seen I've lost a subscriber. Have I actually lost a sub? Oh, I'm actually sad if I have. If I have, I'm actually gonna cry. Have a quick look. Yo, I have actually. No, that's actually sad. But. I know it may seem like I'm like doing a lot here, but I'm actually missing out. Oh yeah, guys, who? We're gonna be getting a new one, so they're getting rid of radioactive. So yeah, we won't have that anymore. I don't think radioactive was a good event anyway. Like people liked it because it was like a 50 times multiplier if you got it on another one. Wait for an admin abuse message. Nobody may do admin abuse. I realize it. And so, I'm just looking at my chat. Oh, we have a guy in here. Just seeing. We're ready for some admin abuse. Guys, I heard these festive lucky blocks won't be. I really want to get a secret lucky block right now. So I didn't get it. And because I'm in the UK, I can't get it. Because you can only ban in America with that lucky blocks. That one gears. I think that's just tight. How do you put that and then now? Oh yeah. Well, if you're wondering why I have so little money, it's because I rebirthed. That's how I got Gunny Beer. So yeah. I'll let you have 2 items. If you want to give me anything, come free. If you want to add me, just add me on Lima 062. I'm a broke boy. Guys, why does Sammy even add the admin machine? Like, it's good, of course, but like, why did he add it? Because not everyone likes it, kind of. Because it kind of tells, like admin machine. First of all, what I make admin? The event is multiplier. No, well, it kind of is. But then, like, the item, I think that should, like, admin stuff. Like, if it's, like, I think you should also have lucky blocks in there. But, that's not my opinion as well. If it likes doing admin, I'm so sorry. Do you know how Sammy is? I heard there's like a 0.5% chance of getting like really OP items like out the festive lucky blocks. You guys, I'm gonna get some more film music because I'm bored. I'm gonna get it up, blood. Then, good one. Guys, be ready. Bruh. Gabe bala dono melo chimbazini bananini. Okay, here is guys. Dadus. Amanda ganda. Tirara. Gara. Mugada. Mugada. Oh, I love you, Mugada. Mugada. Oh yeah, guys, how do you think I filmed it earlier? Well, I liked it first. On Sunday night, Thursday. Okay. For the big scene, I had to go like full screen and literally see my full intake it because it's really strict. It has to be a certain like name and work. Because they strict. Gana hambari labane mita dopanita bonanita dopanita. Bamba deno precadelo no. Sayalin 54 minutes. Nah, he pushed the update back to 30 minutes. No, that's tight. He can't push the update back 30 minutes. So, right now should be really good. We're ready. Wait. But who is ready? But I'm hyped so much right now. I'm beaming. For real, guys. Beaming. I got Brainrot, ready. Oh, God, we're going to my city match. Oh, God, I'm going to the chat. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. What is it? I want to happy. Nah, but we watching stream right now. Don't on. But we're in chat. You, I mean, if you win right now, you can chat. What's that guy? BRB. It's good to see. No. Those are some insane paintings that my mum made me. Bruh. Huh? Nah, sana. Drama. Everyone, if you have Sammy's on Discord, spamming. Everyone's spamming Al Sammy, Kryptonite. Mm. Yeah, that's it. We really happy with Sammy. Hell, Sammy. Not just Sammy. No, bro. Sammy's an idiot. You do not delay banana. Guys, I can't believe Sammy did that. Don't send me some more fast. Let's have a look at GAG. Away in a manger. Mm-hmm. Look at my garden growth. I've been planting. Mm. Is it just me, or do I think Steel Brainrot should have a trading mode? Then, once you trade, it goes straight to your inventory. Hmm. Hi. Got nothing good. Everyone, be yourself. I don't know if the update's gonna come out at 7 still, guys. I mean 8. That's when I'm back. La Johnny Grande. I don't know. Daddy? Daddy? Daddy! Spanish chat. Just say, Leah. And then put my YouTube channel. Then put bad boy. You do not swear on stream. Do you remember when Steak did that default in stream? La Johnny Grande combat. I can't kind of wish there was a way you could see all your stats. I then just realised that was copyrighted. I'm sorry. Please don't copyright me. Jolly Grande. The reason I got all these, but I think Harley is the worst one. One of it. Stole that from someone. Bamboo, bamboo, school, school, school. Nah, dude. I don't like radio chalala. Oh yeah, my mate kind of let me index like a lot of these, so that's how. Okay, if I'm correct, that should be going now. I'm just gonna grab it. That's the worst. No, the admin machine gone. No, that's sad. I like the admin machine. Like, it was good at sometimes, but like certain times it was just crap. Crap. Okay, actually, he's delaying it. He's was hiding. Was dying. Was touching. You guys, I'm just gonna watch one video on YouTube.
If you lie to me, it's called perjury. How did her stuff end up in front of her apartment?
I have no idea. I am the owner of a 4-unit building. I get the case at 7 o'clock. She had it.
The new hire asks why everyone warns her about accepting drinks from me. Jennifer, fresh out of college, first day at the marketing firm. She comes to my desk. Hi, I'm Jennifer. Everyone keeps telling me not to accept drinks from you. I sigh. This again. It's not what you think. So you don't drug people? No, God number. It's complicated. She sits down. I have time. 4 years ago, Christmas party. I'm bartending because I took a mixology class, making everyone fancy cocktails. Sharon asks for a martini. I make it. She takes one sip, starts crying. This tastes exactly like my ex-husband made them. Runs to the bathroom. Won't come back. Party ruined. 3 years ago. Summer picnic. I bring homemade lemonade. Fresh squeezed mint, the works. Brad drinks it. Immediately breaks out in hives. I'm allergic to mint. You didn't say that. You didn't ask. EpiPen, ambulance, lawsuit threats. I now have to fill out allergen forms for all food. 2 years ago. Coffee run. I bring Lisa her usual, except it's not her usual. It's her ex-boyfriend's usual. I mix up the names in my phone. She drinks it, realizes it's his exact order. Have you been talking to Derek? No, just mix up the order. This is exactly how he takes it. Extra shot, oat milk, half pump vanilla. Coincidence? There are no coincidences. She reports me to HR for emotional manipulation via coffee. Last year, water. I give Marcus water from the cooler. He drinks it. Why does this taste like cucumber? It doesn't? It does. My mother used to put cucumber in water. She's dead. Why would you do this? It was the cup. Someone else had cucumber water in it earlier. Didn't rinse properly. Marcus convinced I'm psychologically torturing him. Files complaint 6 months ago. Jenny's birthday. I buy champagne for the team. Good stuff. Pop it open. It explodes. All over Jenny. Ruins her dress. Her new dress. For her date. That night with the CEO's son. She misses the date. They never reschedule. She blames me for ruining her chance at love and corporate advancement. So you see, I tell Jennifer, it's not that I'm dangerous. I'm cursed. Jennifer laughs. That's ridiculous. I'll take a coffee. I don't think, come on. Prove the curse isn't real. I reluctantly get her coffee. Black. Simple. Nothing can go wrong. She takes a sip. Her eyes widen. This is the exact coffee my dad made me before he told me about the divorce. course. She starts crying. The entire office turns to stare. Someone shouts, "You gave Jennifer a drink?" Jennifer's sobbing. "It even has the same slightly burnt taste. How did you know?" "I didn't know." HR calls me in again. "We need to discuss the Jennifer incident. I made her coffee. She's been crying for an hour. It's not my fault her dad makes burnt coffee. You have a pattern." They show me a file. It's thick. Every drink incident documented. There's a chart. Types of drinks, types of reactions. Someone's done statistical analysis. According to this, you have a 73% rate of causing emotional distress. I'm banned from providing any liquids to anyone. There's a sign at my desk. "Do not accept beverages from this employee. New hires get warned in orientation." There's a slide about me. New people think it's a joke until someone tells them the stories. The Brad incident, the Marcus meltdown, the Jenny explosion. I become office legend. Plot twist. Company holiday party last week. New CEO at the party. Fair at office parties. He promotes me. Not for the wine. Turns out I'm good at marketing. But now I have my own office with a mini fridge that locks. With a sign, "No sharing." Jennifer still works here. We're friends now. She brings her own drinks. Everyone does around me. I'm the only person in history with a beverage restraining order for my own workplace. But I got promoted, so who's cursed now? 5 stars for career advancement, 0 stars for drink service, infinite stars for the statistical impossibility of my beverage curse. The new hire asks why everyone warns her about accepting drinks from me. "Jennifer, fresh out of college." "I'm Jennifer. Everyone keeps telling me not to accept drinks from you." I sigh. This again. "It's not what you think. So you don't drug people?" "No, God number. It's complicated." She sits down. "I have time. 4 years ago. Office Christmas. I was on my way to work and I got a call from my boss firing me, but I didn't have a job. I was walking to the subway, headphones in, half asleep, when my phone buzzed. "Hello?" I said, barely even looking at the screen. A sharp, no-nonsense voice shouted, "Finally! Where have you been? You're fired immediately." I froze. "Wait, what?" I asked, reaching for my phone. "I don't even work. Don't give me excuses," the voice snapped. "You've been late, you've been slacking, and your performance is terrible. HR is sending the paperwork. You need to clean out your desk today." My legs went weak. My subway pass felt heavy in my pocket. "Listen," I said slowly. "I think there's a mistake. I don't work at the moment. Don't bother arguing. Your things are in a box at the reception desk. Someone will meet you at 3 p.m. Bye." They hung up. I stood there, blinking at the paper. I didn't even know who this person was, what company they were talking about, or why the hell they thought I worked there. I spent the next 10 minutes trying to piece it together. Maybe a scam, some kind of identity theft, but then my phone buzzed again. It was a text from an unknown number. "Check your email. HR sent your file." Legit. My supposed start date was 6 months ago. My manager had left multiple voicemails. "I don't have a job. Never have. I've been freelancing, taking odd gigs, but nothing like this." I began to worry. I called the number. The same voice answered, now calmer. "You're supposed to meet me in the lobby. Your things are waiting." "Wait," I said, my voice shaking. "I don't work for you. I've never worked for you." "Not my problem," the voice said. "We're waiting for you." He wrote the name and address of the office building on the email, so even though I didn't want to, I made my way there. By now I'm running fast down the street, debating whether to call the police, block the number, or just ignore it. But strong curiosity and panic pushed me to show up. The building was a secluded office tower downtown. I walked in, trying to look confident. A receptionist said hello and pointed to the elevator that I asked for. "The office you're looking for is on floor 22, she said. I got to the floor. The office was put together like a dentist office, with bright lights and glass walls everywhere. And at a desk in the center of it all sat a woman in a sharp suit, glaring at me like I was a criminal. "Finally," she said, "performance. Now sit." I looked around. Several employees were typing, talking on phones, all giving me suspicious looks. I considered running away. Then a young man approached, holding a file. "Here's your final evaluation and termination paperwork." I stared. It had my name on it, my supposed hire date, even a photo ID that looked strangely like me. I demanded to speak to HR. They weren't there. Instead, a manager took me into a small conference room. "Listen," he said, voice low, "we need to be honest. This isn't a typical firing. You're part of a test study. Your identity was stolen to test a new employee onboarding software. Everything in our system says you exist because our artificial intelligence system created an online profile based on you referring to data that we pulled online." I laughed nervously. "Wait, you're telling me I've been fired from a job I never had because a computer invented this job?" "Exactly," he said. "Your profile was linked to your real phone number. That's why HR contacted you. The AI believed you were a real employee and acted as we told it to." I sank into a chair. "And the paycheck?" I asked. "They printed it to see if the system would generate real-world money. You can keep it. We're legally allowed." My phone buzzed. Another text. "Congrats on surviving your first week at your new job. Don't get fired again." Weeks later, I still get emails addressed to me from this fake scam company. HR occasionally calls to check in. I've started replying with jokes, signing off with "still unemployed, still learning." My friends think it's hilarious when I tell them the story.
I'm back in the house, whatever. I'm back in the house, guys. Just went to go do some stuff.
Bugatti and Rimac just hinted at something that could change hypercars forever. They are working on solid-state batteries. This is not normal EV stuff. First, the tech. Solid-state battery.
I've shut down all black names because I think it'll make my son's life harder. My wife thinks I'm racist, but she doesn't get it. We're both white, and when we were going through baby names, I kept crossing off every because I'd seen too many black kids with those names at work. My wife kept asking why, and I finally told her the truth. I work in HR at a mid-sized company, and I see what happens to resumes. I'm not proud of it, but it's real. Names like Deshaun or Jamal get tossed in the trash before anyone even reads. So when our son was born, we named him Michael. Safe, white, boring as hell, but it would open doors for him that might stay closed otherwise. Battling for a nurse position at my company's health clinic. She lights up, asks if I can put in a good word. I say absolutely, knowing damn well what's going to happen when her resume hits my boss's desk. Monday morning, I'm in the break room when my boss walks in with a stack of resumes. He starts going through them, and I see Diana's on top. Her name is Diana Washington. Not obviously black, but her address is in a predominantly black neighborhood. He glances at it, and I watch his face change. Experience looks good, he mutters, but I don't think she'd be a good fit for us. Older white folks from the suburbs. Same bullshit excuse he always uses. But here's where it gets interesting. Later that day, Michael calls me at work, crying. Terrell got jumped at school by some older kids calling him names. Michael tried to help and got a black eye for his trouble. He's sobbing, asking me why people are so mean to Terrell just because of how he looks. I'm sitting there, looking at Diana's resume in my trash can. It hits me. I'm part of the problem. I'm the guy making sure Terrell grows up in a world where his name alone can kill his chances. So I did something stupid. I marched into my boss's office and told him we need to interview Diana Washington. He gives me the usual excuses, but I push back. I tell him she's the most qualified candidate we've had in months, which was true. Former military medic. Stellar references. He finally agrees to a phone interview, figuring he can just reject her afterward. The phone interview goes amazing. Diana's professional, knowledgeable, and she mentions she's worked with diverse patient populations. My boss can't find a single fault with her answers. He's cornered into offering an in-person interview. The day Diana comes in, I'm nervous as hell. She shows up in a crisp navy suit, resume folder in hand, looking like she belongs in a boardroom. My boss does a double take when he sees her, and I can practically see the wheels turning in his racist little brain. But here's the thing about Diana. She's not just qualified. She's exceptional. She walks my boss through her experience saving lives in Afghanistan, her work in inner-city emergency rooms, her specialized training in geriatric care. By the end of the interview, even he can't deny she's perfect for the job. Find some excuse not to hire her. So I play dirty. I mentioned to our CEO that we interviewed this incredible candidate with military experience and how it would look great for the company to hire a veteran. Our CEO is a Marine himself, so he asks to meet her. Diana gets the job. I've shut down all black names because I think it'll make my son's life hard.
She's ahead of the lights, which means she could break the world record. You see these lights slightly ahead of the 5,000-meter runner. Let us embed giddy. The lights are programmed to show the exact pace of the world record. If she crosses the finish line before them, she would have broken the world record. But for most of the race, she tries to keep up with the world record pace without attempting to overtake. With just 2 laps to go, she surged ahead. But little did she know that Sifan Hassan, the previous world record holder, has an incredible final sprint. Will the lights catch up to her?
She's got about 110 meters to go. Come on, Elizabeth, you can do this. It's going to be a new world record in Valencia. Unbelievable.
She's ahead of the lights.
I announce at Thanksgiving dinner that I won the lottery. $18 million. Powerball. Everyone freezes. My brother drops his fork. You're joking. Checked the numbers 3 times. I'm a millionaire. My sister screams, hugs me. My mother cries. My son. I'm a high school teacher, 41, divorced, rent a studio apartment, drive a 15-year-old Honda Civic. They know I struggle. When do you get the money? My brother asks. I claim it Monday, after taxes, about $11 million. The energy shifts. Everyone's suddenly very interested in me. My sister sits closer. You know, I've always been your favorite sibling. My brother mentions his mortgage. 3 months behind. Foreclosure in January. Just need $40,000. My cousin I haven't seen in 5 years shows up at my apartment Sunday morning. Heard the news. Listen, I've got this business opportunity. Monday, I don't go to the lottery office. I go to work, teach my classes, come home. Tuesday, my brother's at my door. Did you claim it? Going tomorrow. Paperwork. Wednesday, my mother calls. Your brother needs that $40,000. You're gonna help him, right? Family comes first. Mom, I haven't even gotten the money yet, but you will. And we raised you better than to let families suffer when you're rich. My jaw tightens. I say nothing. Thursday, my sister texts, threw them up. 2% interest, 10-year repayment. You brought legal documents? Sign here. I'm not signing anything while I'm at work. Door jimmied, place ransacked, nothing stolen because I own nothing valuable. Hey, the cameras catch my brother, letting himself in with a copied key I never gave him, going through my desk, my closet, my files. He's on the phone. I can't find it. Check his car. My stomach drops. Wednesday, my sister and her husband break in. Different approach. They're installing installing spyware on my laptop. If he claims it online, we'll see the account numbers. Thursday, my cousin tries again. Cryptocurrency. Put in $500,000. I'll triple it. And if I don't, his smile fades. Then I guess you don't care about family. We'll remember that. Friday, my mother shows up, crying. Your brother's losing his house. Your sister's marriage is falling apart. And you're sitting on millions doing nothing. Mom, I'm a teacher. I make $48,000 a year. Don't lie to me. You won the lottery. What if I didn't? She stops crying. Her eyes go cold. What? What if there was no lottery? What if I made it up? Her face twists. Not relief. Ray, see what you do. I show her the footage. Her son breaking in. Her daughter installing spyware. All of them scheming to steal money I never had. Her voice shakes. You set us up. No. I gave you an opportunity to show who you really are. But it gets worse. The following Monday, my brakes fail. Driving to work. I nearly slam into a concrete barrier at 60 miles per hour. My hands won't stop shaking for an hour. Mechanic finds the brake line. Cut, clean, deliberate. Police investigate. They pull my brother's phone. The texts freeze my blood. If he won't share, we'll get it when he's dead. Life insurance plus the will. My sister's messages. Once he's gone, we split everything. Just be patient. My cousin's thread. I know someone. $10,000. Clean job. Looks like random violence. They were hiring someone to murder me. Over money that never existed. Attempted murder. Conspiracy. Breaking and entering. Stalking. Wire fraud. Brother gets 26 years. Sister gets 22. Cousin gets 19. I never bought a single lottery ticket. Never played. Made the whole thing up. I just wanted to see how my family would treat me if I had money. Turns out they'd rather see me dead than poor. Announce it.
Have you ever had a friend that just can't spell anything over text? Because there was this girl I was talking to, but she thought I didn't like her back because we would text and I would be like, hey, do you want to hang out? And she would respond with a sentence that would literally take me 20 minutes to read because she didn't spell anything correctly. So sometimes I just wouldn't respond because I didn't know what it said. And eventually she was like, why don't you ever respond to my texts? I don't know. Maybe it's because I can't read them. Like I have a better chance of understanding someone speaking Japanese than understanding her text. And I don't speak Japanese. How do you expect me to read the word gorgeous when you spell it with 4 E's and an I? Like, at least give me a chance. Have you ever had a friend that just can't spell?
When my daughter's fever hit 106, the ER doctor looked at me and said, what did you give her? I panicked. Just Tylenol. The children's kind, I swear. Nothing else. She was 4 years old, Lily, my baby girl, and she was convulsing on a hospital bed while nurses swarmed around her, shouting orders I couldn't understand. For context, it started as a cold. Runny nose on Monday, cough on Tuesday. By Wednesday night, she was burning up. I gave her children's Tylenol, cool baths, fluids, everything the pediatrician told me over the phone, but Thursday morning she wouldn't wake up. I shook her, called her name. She was limp, burning hot. I called 911. They told me to drive, faster than waiting for an ambulance. I ran every red light, carried her into the ER screaming for help. They took her vitals, 106.2 degrees. The doctor's face went pale. Has she been exposed to any chemicals? Any medications besides Tylenol? Any supplements? No, nothing. I don't understand what's happening. Please help her. They ran tests. Blood work, spinal tap, put her on an IV and cooling blankets. I was in the waiting room, shaking so hard a nurse brought me a blanket of my own. My husband was deployed overseas. Couldn't reach him. The time zones were impossible. My mom was on a plane from Florida. I was completely alone. An hour later, a different doctor came out. This one was accompanied by 2 police officers. My heart stopped. Mrs. Patterson, we need to ask you some questions. About what? What's happening? Is she okay? Your daughter's blood work shows high levels of salicylate. That's the active ingredient in aspirin. Children her age should never have aspirin. It can cause a potentially fatal condition called Ray's syndrome. I felt like I was going to pass out. I didn't give her aspirin. I would never give her aspirin. I know that's dangerous. Everyone knows that. The officer stepped forward. Ma'am, the levels in her blood suggest she ingested a significant amount in the last 24 to 48 hours. Can you explain how that happened? No, I don't even have aspirin in my house. But even as I said it, I felt doubt creeping in. Was I sure? We had a medicine cabinet full of stuff, old bottles from years ago. What if I grabbed the wrong one in the dark when she was crying at 3 a.m.? They took me to a separate room, questioned me for 2 hours, made me feel like a criminal, made me feel like I'd poisoned my own child. Meanwhile, she was fighting for her life. Finally, my mother arrived. She'd landed and come straight from the airport, still pulling her suitcase. What's happening? She asked, face white with fear. I got your messages. I told her everything. The fever, the aspirin levels, the police questioning me. Her face went completely pale. Then her hand went to her mouth. Oh my God, she whispered. What? She pulled me into the hallway, away from the officers, away from everyone. Last weekend, when I was babysitting. Saturday morning, Lily said she had a headache. She was whining about it. I gave her something from my purse. I thought it was Tylenol, but now I'm thinking she reached into her bag with shaking hands, pulled out a small white bottle, baby aspirin, low dose, 81 milliomours. The packaging was almost identical to children's Tylenol. Same size bottle, same pink color. I'm so sorry, she sobbed. I didn't realize. I didn't even look at the label. I'm so stupid. I just assumed. I should have been furious. I wanted to scream at her. My daughter was dying because of a mistake, but looking at her face, I saw a grandmother who loved that little girl more than anything. She wasn't malicious. She was just old and tired and grabbed the wrong bottle. I walked back to the officers, explained what happened, showed them the bottle. They verified my mother's story, checked her credit card purchases, found the receipt of my life, but she pulled through. The doctor said if we'd waited a few more hours, the outcome might have been very different. My mom still cries about it sometimes, still apologizes every time she sees Lily. I tell her it's okay, she didn't know. Medicine bottles shouldn't look so similar. The system failed us, not her. But I also went through babysits. I hand them a laminated sheet with exactly what medicine to give and exactly where to find it. Some mistakes you can't take back, but you can make sure they never happen again. My daughter's fever hit 106.
No. Good
She pointed at the
night.
prosecutor during my brother's hearing and said, "That's the man who was in our kitchen last night." And the whole courtroom froze. Fit the description. Average height, dark hair, wore hoodies. That described half the guys in our city. Problem? Jake was home with me that night. We watched the Celtics game together, ordered pizza from Margot's, never left the house. I remember because he spilled beer on my couch and I made him clean it up during halftime, but the evidence looked bad.
My school had no idea I used to be on Broadway. After 3 years of performing 8 shows a week, all I wanted was to be a normal 15-year-old at my new school where nobody knew I originated the role of Sophie in the musical everyone was obsessed with. But then I walked into the auditorium and saw the popular theater kids clustered together wearing matching drama club hoodies. The Queen Bee Madison looked me up and down while I signed my name on the audition sheet, her face scrunching up. She whispered loud enough for everyone to hear that community theater rejects always thought they could waltz into their program just because mommy said they were special. Her minions, Brittany and Jade, giggled while Madison asked if I got my audition outfit from Walmart's clearance rack, pointing amateur hour to anyone with real theater experience. When I said I was auditioning for Sophie, Madison actually laughed so hard she had to grab Brittany's shoulder for support. She explained to everyone that Sophie required years of professional training to hit those notes, not whatever karaoke bar preparation I'd obviously had. Jade pulled up the Broadway cast recording on her phone and played the famous Act 2 solo that I'd performed over 1,000 times, asking if I even knew this was originally sung by someone who trained at Juilliard since age 7. I bit my tongue so hard I tasted blood even. But someone with a verse cut anyway. When I started the opening verse, she immediately stopped me and demonstrated the correct breathing technique, while the others nodded like she was teaching a masterclass. She grabbed my diaphragm and pushed hard, saying I needed to feel the expansion if I ever wanted to produce real sound, instead of the squeaky whisper I was apparently producing. Brittany commented that my vowel shapes formed the proper positions. During the actual audition sign-ups, Madison erased my name from the Sophie list and rewrote it under ensemble, explaining that even that was generous, considering I completed 3 perfect turns, saying my technique was shopping mall dance studio at best. Jade videoed the whole thing on her phone while providing commentary about how my arms looked like wet noodles and my spot was non-existent. The sabotage started when I went to change into my audition dress in the bathroom. Madison followed me in, and while I was cleaning myself off, Brittany took my sheet music from my bag and crumpled each page into a ball before smoothing them out again, making them barely readable. She sweetly opened when Disney Channel made kids think they had talent. She started a slow clap when I walked on stage and just mouth the words, since we all knew I couldn't actually sing. Jade yelled from the back that her 9-year-old sister had laid Sophie in their basement, and even she had better stage presence than whatever this was supposed to be. I started singing, and Madison stood up in the front row, turning to address everyone behind her while I performed. She provided running commentary about every single thing I was doing wrong, from my posture to my really advanced these days, loud enough for the whole auditorium to hear. Then I started the emotional monologue in the middle of the audition piece. Madison climbed onto the stage and stood right behind me, mimicking every gesture, while making exaggerated faces to the audience. She pretended to cry dramatically when I delivered the pivotal line about losing everything, then whispered in my ear that the only thing lost here was everyone's time. Brittany shouted that she'd seen better prescription drug commercials, while Jade suggested I try the school's remedial public speaking class first. Madison grabbed the spotlight and redirected it so it was shining directly in my eyes, saying real performers could work through any distraction. She walked around me in circles while critiquing my blocking, my choices, even the way I was breathing between lines. Then she delivered the line that made my blood run cold. Sophie deserves someone who understands her journey, not some nobody who probably watched a bootleg once and thinks she can channel Broadway excellence when she clearly belongs in the ensemble of a middle school production, if we're being generous. That's when I heard a gasp from the director's table, and Mrs. Mitchell stood up with her hand over her mouth, her eyes wide with recognition, as she stared at me and whispered my actual stage name. Full story on the channel below. Mean theater kids at my school had no idea
When my dad called me by my childhood nickname, I turned my car around on the highway without blinking. Growing up, my dad called me Peanut. I hated it. By the time I was 12, I made him promise to never use it again. He agreed, and for the last 15 years, he kept that promise. Not once did he slip up. Not at my high school graduation. Not at my wedding. Not even when my daughter was born. Then one random Tuesday, I was driving to a work conference 2 hours away when my phone rang. Hey, Peanut, I froze. Dad? Yeah, sweetheart. Just calling to check in. How's the drive? My stomach dropped. Something was wrong. Dad, why did you just call me that? He laughed, but it sounded forced. Call you what? Peanut, you haven't called me that in 15 years. Silence. Then he cleared his throat. Oh, I don't know. Just came out. He hung up before I could respond. I stared at the road ahead, my hands gripping the steering wheel. Dad doesn't just slip up. He's deliberate about everything. A retired state trooper who trained rookies on threat assessment for 20 years doesn't accidentally use a banned nickname. I pulled over at the next exit, turned around, and started driving back home. I called him 3 times. No answer. I called my mom. Straight to voicemail. Then I called my sister Becca. Hey, have you talked to mom or dad today? 3 minutes out. I'll leave now. I pushed my car to 85. My phone rang again. Unknown number. I answered. Hello? Heavy breathing. Then my mom's voice shaking. Honey, we're fine. Your father wanted me to call and tell you not to come home. We're absolutely fine. My blood ran cold. Mom never calls me honey. She calls me love. Mom, who's there with you? No one. Just your father and I. We're having a wonderful afternoon. Wonderful. My mom doesn't say wonderful. She says nice or good. Someone was feeding her line. Police at 428 Riverside Drive. My parents are being held against their will. The dispatcher asked how I knew. I explained the nickname, the phone call, my mom's word choices. Ma'am, we'll send a unit to do a welfare check. A welfare check? Someone's in their house with them right now. We'll have officers. Couldn't say what was really happening. Mom just called me honey. Someone's making them talk. I heard her breathing change. Okay, I'm staying in his black hoodie. He's running toward the woods behind their property. Stay in the car. He's gone. I'm going inside. Becca, no. She hung up. I called 911 again. Told them someone just fled the scene. The dispatcher said units were 3 minutes out. My phone rang. Becca, they're hurt. Both of them. Dad's face is swollen. Mom's hands are tied. There's blood on the kitchen floor. I was 15 minutes away. Are they talking? Are they conscious? Yeah, Dad's asking for you. Mom's crying. When I finally pulled into the driveway, 2 police cars were already there. Paramedics were loading my mom into an ambulance. My dad sat on the porch steps with an ice pack against his jaw, talking to an officer. I ran to him. Dad, he looked up. His left eye was swollen shut. His lid was split. Knew you'd come, Peanut. I sat next to him. What happened? He took a breath, had a knife, said he needed money and the car keys. I stalled. Tried to talk him down. He zip-tied my hands, made your mom sit on the floor. How'd you call me? Told him I needed to call my daughter to cancel our lunch plans, or you'd show up and complicate things. He let me, but stood right next to me listening. Only way I could warn you was the nickname. The officer interrupted. We got him. Found him trying to break into a car 2 streets over. Had your mom's jewelry in his pockets. I looked back at my dad. Why'd he run? Dad's face hardened. Your sister. He saw her pull up and panicked. Later at the hospital, I sat with my parents while they got checked out. Becca arrived with coffee for everyone. Dad grabbed my hand. That nickname saved us today. I squeezed back. You can call me Peanut whenever you want now. When my dad called me by my childhood nickname, I turned my car around on the highway without blinking. Growing up, my dad called me Peanut. I hated it. By the time I was 12, I made him
How did you trick your entire high school? Our school's Raspberry Pi device I coded to selectively. Everyone complained about horrible connections while my friends and I enjoyed light and fast internet. Then I launched phase 2. I created a fake IT company website, printed official-looking business cards, and walked into the main office wearing a polo shirt with the company logo I'd ironed on. Tech support for the network upgrade, I said confidently. The secretary barely looked up before buzzing me through. In the principal's office, I diagnosed the problem. Your students are experiencing degraded service because your infrastructure needs our premium package. 3 days later, the school board approved an emergency $15,000 network upgrade. I removed my device during installation day, and suddenly everyone's Wi-Fi worked perfectly. At graduation, our principal personally thanked the wonderful IT consultants who finally fixed our internet issues. My friends nearly lost it when he shook my hand and whispered, "Your recommendation letter for computer science programs was my pleasure to write. You're going places." He never knew he'd written my college recommendation based on me scamming the entire school. How did you trick your entire high school?
8 psychological secrets about people.
His game broke the all-time player record, but something seemed suspicious. The game was just made last week, and when this player did some investigating, he found the true meaning behind the game's success. Because he initially thought that the game was just botted, but all the players seemed completely legit. It turns out he got kicked. Another one gone. This is what happens when you don't subscribe. You see, when he tried to join another game, he was instantly teleported to the popular one. The developer was actually a hacker who hacked several of the most popular games to redirect them to his. His game broke the all-time player record, but something seemed suspicious.
When did your autism almost save someone's life? I'm somewhat of an autistic baddie. What kind of? I'm a 6 out of 10 blonde girl, and I have the type of autism that gives you hyperfixations, which means I know a lot about the most random things. For example, did you know that there's a type of jellyfish that ages backwards when it's stressed? Brain. Because I'd spent hours going down rabbit holes of medical websites and knew this could mean life or death. I managed to convince my parents to go to the ER. I drove than usual, and that scared me more than anything. When the doctor finally came in, he did a quick exam and immediately decided it was either a muscle strain or a kidney stone. He ordered some basic labs and pain meds and seemed ready to move on, but I needed to know more. I turned to my dad and said, "Dad, describe the pain to the doctor again." My dad sighed like he didn't see the point, but he did it anyway. It feels like something is ripping inside of me, and it started right between my shoulder blades. From all my late-night research spirals, I remembered that type of tearing pain is a textbook sign of an or two before my dad could die, so I tried to stay calm. Could we get an aortic dissection or CT scan just to rule out the possibility of something worse going on? The doctor laughed. That's very rare. Let's not jump to conclusions. You don't even have any credentials. I didn't know what to say to that because how do you explain that your credentials is having autism? But when I looked back at my dad, I saw him getting paler. He'd started sweating through his shirt even though the room was cold. I pushed the doctor harder. My dad has a history of high blood pressure. He's in his late 50s, and this was extremely sudden. He needs help, please. The doctor rolled his eyes, not even trying to hide the fact he thought I was just a dumb blonde. Anxious family members always assume the worst. Just chill and let me do my job, sweetheart. He then laughed like it was the funniest thing in the world. It took everything in me not to strangle him. He was practically on the verge of death, and I was the only one who seemed to care. Can you at least check his blood pressure in both his arms? The doctor walked out without saying a word. Classic public healthcare. Then my dad groaned and said the pain was spreading down into his stomach. I felt ice in my veins because I knew exactly what that meant. It was getting worse in real time, right in front of us, and we were just standing there arguing about whether I was being dramatic. I rang the buzzer for the doctor again. Buzz. As soon as he came back in, I bombarded him with requests. It's progressing. Please, do something. Order the CT scan. CT scans aren't just given out like candy, sweetheart. He said it so casually, like my dad wasn't sitting right there looking like he was about to pass out. His lips were losing color. When the doctor saw the tears in my mom's eyes, he finally seemed a little concerned. But instead, he started talking about monitoring and waiting for the lab results to come back. I responded, my dad doesn't have time for labs. The dissection could rupture any minute, and then there'd be nothing anyone could do. I told you to stop escalating this and let me do my job. My dad's hand found mine and gripped it hard. He whispered in my ear, something is really wrong. I looked at him. I realized that if I back down right now just to be polite, I might watch him die in this room. We maybe had 30 minutes left. The doctor turned and walked toward the door, so I stepped in front of it and blocked his way. The room went completely silent. My mom stared at me like I'd lost my mind. I spoke anyway. If you walk out of this room without ordering that scan and my dad dies, I will make sure everyone hears about it. That you ignored all the textbook symptoms. Your life will be over. My voice was shaking, but I didn't move. I will call security, he said, towering over me. I still didn't move. The doctor looked at my dad again, really looked this time. He ordered the CT scan. I stood in that empty room shaking, replaying everything, terrified I'd been wrong and made a scene for nothing. 30 minutes later, the doctor came back. His face was completely white. They needed to do emergency surgery on my dad immediately. The surgeon told us later that if another hour went by without the surgery, my dad would have died. I knew I was right. Anyway, fuck bitches get money. When did your autism almost...
What name did your family force on you that nearly ruined your life? My real name wasn't Brandon. It was Dolores. Yeah, you heard that right. My parents named me after my great-grandma because her will said any firstborn kid named after her would get half her money when they turned 18. My parents really wanted that cash, so they figured they'd just stick me with it and I'd deal with it later. When I was little, I didn't get why it was so bad. I mean, I knew it was weird, but Mom kept saying it was special. She'd tell everyone at the grocery store or the dentist office about how I was named after great-grandma Dolores, and how it meant I'd be rich someday. People would smile, but their eyes looked confused when they saw me standing there in my dinosaur shirt and Batman sneakers. Kindergarten was when it started getting really bad. The teacher called roll on the first day and said, "Dolores Martinez," and everyone turned to look at me. This kid named Tyler laughed so hard he fell out of his chair. From that day on, kids called me Dolores the Explorer or Dolores the Doofus. I tried to ignore it, but it was every single day. I begged my parents to let me use my middle name, Kyle. It was right there, normal, easy. But Mom would get this angry look and say, "Don't be ungrateful. That name is your future. That name is putting you through college." Dad would just shrug and change the subject. By third grade, I stopped raising my hand in class. If the teacher called on me, everyone would snicker when she said my name. I started eating lunch in the bathroom just to avoid the cafeteria where kids would yell, "Hey Dolores, where's your purse?" Or, "Dolores, did you do your nails today?" Middle school was somehow worse. The school database had my legal name in it. So every substitute teacher, every school assembly, every time they announced honor roll over the intercom, there it was, Dolores Martinez. Kids would howl with laughter. I got shoved into lockers. Someone wrote, "Dolores is a girl," on my gym locker in permanent march class, looked at the roster and said, "Dolores? That's adorable. Is there a Dolores here?" With this stupid grin. I walked out, just left. Got 3 days suspension for that. My parents were furious, but not because I was hurting. Mom screamed about how I was being dramatic, and Dad said, "2 more years and you'll thank us when that check comes." I locked myself in my room for the rest of the night. High school broke me. I barely showed up. When I did, I kept my head down and didn't talk to anyone. I wore the same black hoodie every day and sat in the back corner of every class. I started scratching lines into my arm with a paperclip during lunch, just to feel something I could control. Senior year, I applied to this
guys, I'm
amazing
actually
film school in California. I wanted to
I
spent
bet you
months
in
on my application.
I'm
My
gonna be
portfolio,
gonna be
everything.
shocked.
But when I submitted it, the system flagged me. My legal name on my transcripts didn't match the name on my application. I'd used Brandon Kyle because I couldn't stand seeing Dolores anymore. They rejected it. Said I had to resubmit with matching documents. By the time I figured that out, the deadline had passed. I didn't get in. I spent my 18th birthday in my room. Mom kept talking about the money, about how we finally planned a big party to celebrate. The lawyer called that afternoon. The executor of the will wanted to meet with me. Turns out great-grandma's executor was this older lady named Ms. Pruitt. She sat me down in her office and said, "Your great-grandmother wanted to help someone who carried her spirit, not someone she destroyed. I've seen what this did to you." She told me I'd have to prove in court that the name caused real harm before I could get the money. Mom lost it. Started yelling about how I was selfish and dramatic. Dad didn't say anything. I got a lawyer. It took 2 years. I had to bring in my old teachers who testified about how I stopped participating in class. My middle school counselor talked about the bullying reports. I had to show my medical records from therapy. Had to admit in front of a courtroom that I'd hurt myself because I hated my own name so much that I hated myself. The judge finally ruled in my favor. I got the money. That same week, I went to the courthouse and legally changed my name to Brandon Kyle Martinez. I watched them stamp the papers and I cried right there at the desk. What name did your family force on you?
People started hating on this guy for doing this. At first, nobody understood why. He was literally just hired to fix a cable. But the moment he started working, people got really mad. And you won't believe me when I tell you the reason why. You see, as he started separating the wires, cutting them into perfect lengths, they clicked right into place in this perfect formation. Because then he installed the switch modules for the house, setting them up so each cable could be connected to the correct switch, because then he trimmed the ends with clean sharpening each cable to fit flawlessly into the cable. And the more satisfying it got, the angrier people became, because switch by switch, connection by connection, everything he touched lit. But the thing is, they weren't mad at him, not really. They were mad at what happened next, because after this video blew up, everyone wanted him to do their job instead, and suddenly he was taking work from other electricians who couldn't compete with this level of perfection. People started hating on this guy for doing this. At first, nobody...
I asked my student what item he had, and he looked me dead in the eye. "Ms. Rivera, I have a gun." I laughed. "Okay, tap it against the table." A solid thump came from behind the divider. That did sound heavy. "Sounds real," I said, picking up the rubber knife from my side. "I've got a blade." I tapped mine against the desk, hollow and light. A few students laughed. We were playing that TikTok divider game in my college drama class. Perfect for Foley students. 3 rounds. First, you guess if they're lying. Second, you ask them to describe or prove they have it. Third, you tell them to demonstrate it. Earlier, I'd shown everyone how it worked with 2 volunteers. "I have scissors. Describe them." "Metal, orange handles. Cut something with them." Snip. That's the game. So I asked who wanted to play with me next, and to my surprise, the quiet kid who never participated in anything raised his hand. I was actually excited about it. He walked to the front, grabbed something without me seeing, and we set up the divider between us. "Your turn to guess," I said, setting my fake knife down. "Are you lying?" Silence from his side. That was weird. "Hello?" I leaned around the divider slightly. He was just sitting there, staring at the gun in his hands, not holding it like a prop, holding it like it was real. My stomach tightened. A few students were watching now, the energy in the room shifting, because that looks really realistic. He looked up at me then. His eyes were empty. "It is real." Someone gasped. I forced a laugh, trying to keep things light. "Okay, good acting. But seriously, where'd you get that one?" "I don't remember ordering it." "You have to tell me to demonstrate it. That's how your game works, Ms. Rivera." Students were crying now. I took a step toward him slowly. "I'm not going to tell you to do anything with that. We can skip round 3. You can't skip round 3. His finger pressed harder against the trigger. "Scissors cut, knives stab, guns shoot. That's your rule. Everyone else had to do all 3 rounds." He pressed the barrel harder against his temple. "So tell me, Ms. Rivera, round 3, what do guns do?" "I'm not saying that," I said, my voice breaking. "You have to," he said louder, and several students flinched. "It's your game. Everyone else had to finish all 3 rounds. His finger was on the trigger now, fully on it. "Tell me what guns do or I'll do it at the rules. Follow them." The words came out, barely a whisper. My throat so tight I could barely breathe. "Shoot it." His finger squeezed immediately. shotguns, deep and wrong and so fucking loud it rang in my ears. He dropped instantly, crumpling to the floor, and the blood. God, there was so much blood spreading across the tile. Dark red and wrong and real. Students screamed, scattered, running for the door. Sarah was making this horrible keening sound, hands over her mouth. We couldn't move, couldn't breathe, just stood there, staring at what I'd done, what I'd said, the words shoot it, echoing in my head over and over and over. Security burst through the door too late, radios crackling, but I was still frozen, still staring, still hearing my own voice saying those two words. My hands were shaking so hard I couldn't feel them. Tell him to die. I resigned the next day. I thought I was bringing a fun icebreaker to class. He turned it into his suicide land. I asked my student what item he had, and he looked me dead in the eye.
My teacher just
Because
sold
I
our
don't
entire
know why I
class project
couldn't
to a
do
company
that,
for
but
$30,000.
we're starting like flipping 20 minutes late for crying out loud. No, it's starting 40 minutes late. I don't know what is going on with him. I'm rejoining the server because I don't know what was going on. Last week we had a problem with the thing. This week we're delayed and others things. What is going to go next? The Brainrot express train not gonna spawn. Let's see what I get. Oh, nice. Well, how do I get them? Or you can't eat. Oh wow. You get only. Santa say. For. Oh, we missed that one. Seven out of 10. So I'm returning now. Because I did something to say. Well, I only spawned in any lucky blocks yet. Nah, dude, you late. Bruh. Abusive. But I'm not gonna lie, it's trying to allow admin abuse. Starting in late. No admin lucky blocks except the one festive one. Bro's an idiot. Oh my god, I won't stop getting that couple assassino. I kinda hate it. Yes! Bruh. Bro, not gonna lie. That's kind of our 50. Bruh. Bro, I swear to God. Que me look at me about twin. Da 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 so so. Bro, I swear to God, Simon, you're actually doing a lot of movies. I bet you would. Bro, it's festive too. Bro. Brainrot Express arriving in. Oh, cheers, mate. Reset. Stay here, but then I have to go. Doesn't drop off. Don't care. No, I forgot. I ain't happy. I ain't happy at all. I think this is the worst time movie that's ever happened. For real. Worst time movie. Wow. That's the only one, and that's going to Mason. Or Doug. Oi. Dog. Yeah. Wow. But I ain't happy. It's 200. Let's just been my friend. Let's see. Soon. Boy. What is spawning? Guys, I'm actually like kind of L right now. This is L. I'm gonna be so loud right now. Like for real. Jeez, that just went up to so. That just went up. That's really one. That one is insane. Chalita chalala cocolera. Gatita cojamu coco fanto elefant. Coco what? Oh my god, no, like stupid admin Nicky blocks. But I don't even care if you smack my Snapchat on face. 250 times harder, you fatty. Nah, blah. I ain't happy. I ain't happy. Yeah, you begging me. Good boy. After the bad admin abuse, you deserve it. Can we get some W admin abuse? Hell no, son. Nah, blood. Nah, blood. You ain't getting crap. Oh, Rainbow Festive. Bro, guys, if I get anything good out of these festivals, I'm actually gonna be happy. Just don't know really. These. Why do they have diamonds on? Bro, I don't like Coco Assassino. Get out, blood. Bro, I got a whole page full of festive looking books. Well, almost. I just need 2 more. Well, 3. Let's see if I get rid of that. I don't know. Google Adders. But because admin abuse is so bad, I'm actually angry. I've been live for 1 hour. Oh wait, I've just seen chat. Yo, Cole, are you still in the stream? Nah, probably not. But I know my stream is laggy with you. Yo, bro, shut your face. Blah. 3000, 3000, dun 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 dun. Triple chopper, triple chopper, triple. Oh my god, that's literally what skibby, giggity. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Tutto caramella. What else, Sammy? Not gonna lie. Admin abuse was less than by like 20 minutes, for God's sake. Aquana! But I ain't happy. $14 mil. And if I ain't happy, I ain't happy. I'm really not happy. Matter of fact, I'm Peter. Dun 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 talala talala okalala okanu katito kotum. Nah, dude, look at my base. Capybara kung tung tung zero di. Or Sonny, get out. Your admin abuse is lame. I'm not gonna lie, Sammy has admin abuse right now. Not gonna lie. Hey, get out, Sammy. Sambo Danazaro. Little Sammy. Crying out loud. Blood. We all hate you, blood. You better give us 12. Well, I don't really care, I hate it. But where? If I don't get anything good at Festive Lucky. Hey. Brainrot Express! Julie Mother, Julie Jean, Bombarder. No! Didn't want to. I think it stops the whole conveyor. So I'm in. I love mini abuse. I love mini abuse for real. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, 6, 6. Rather. Pepperina, pepperitita. Sammy, get out. You have literally worst admin abuse today. That for real, worst admin abuse ever. I ain't happy. But if I don't get something good today, I'm actually gonna be angry. Bro, I got Paborita Capanina. Get out, blood. blood. Yanning got raised. They do good admin abuse. Not for real. Not better admin abuse. The Bermuda Tufanita Bombardero. Christmas look. Tick, 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 so, din, 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 din. Tulimela, tulidina, bombardero, crocodile, ho, ho. You fatty for rise, you fight for. I'm a nicking AOP by once. Burn the burst. Bamba, placado. Bambarelo, quaccarelo. Bambudu, quaccarelo. Guys, he didn't deserve all of our music, not gonna lie. Maybe I should actually just like not do Saudi admin abuses. Cause that would don't even know if that's trash. Bonkers. But it's pathetic. Sammy. Oh God, save your admin abuse. Admin abuse. Sakamito Cocolella, Chimpanzini, Bananini, Togadini, Houdini. You just lost it. Boom. Hey, thank you guys. Love y'all. Tra-la-la-la, oh, ga-la-la-la-ga-la. You take good and go find your elephant. I'm thinking of buying one for real. Taylor, I'm thinking, but I need to get the money out right now. He didn't do any good. Look. A galaxy festive block. More about the spawn and some galaxy festive blocks. Galaxy festive blocks. You're telling me that don't even come up in chat, blood. Blood don't even have our blood. like Jing Jong. You gotta tell me if I get anything good. Told you, I never get anything good. Ooh, that's actually kind of cracked. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't expect to get that. But I wouldn't expect to get that. But everything I've kind of got today has at least over 1 million. And I think I may have like a lucky block or two upstairs. Oh no. But so far, that's a good item. So that right now it's kind of M at me because I haven't got any good really. I know I've got like quite a few things that make over 1 million. Jamie. But I don't even know why I made a whole. Oh my god. I like admin abuse. I don't even know what he was doing. Well, I'm here. I don't wanna. Bruh. I don't even wanna. I hate it. Bruh, give me my video. Guys, I don't even know what to say about admin abuse. I've got some good items, but I don't like it. I'm going back to America. America. So I go, oh my god. So, well, no. But please. But I'm actually not happy today. So far, I like movies. I'm not happy at all. Got absolute crap. I would say crap. Next one now. No, I know they're on my top 4. Okay, I just need to open these up. I've just got 2 lucky blocks up here. And I got 1. Crap. Now it's kind of turning into W. Bonita Tofanita Bombode. I hate the Polar Express. It's a stupid train. Okay. But running to the girl now. Because I know it's copyrighted, because I can show the song, but I can only show like 2 seconds of it. Is that song? Like a cappuccino assassino, la. Alright guys, every damn roasted dang roast glende glove. Can you put it in the fuse? Maybe not. See y'all on Taco Tuesday. See y'all on Taco Tuesday. They say. Yes, got some good actually. But I'm gonna wait on that because I don't know what I'll get. Let's get some babble. Boy, you're gonna get whipped. Admina hit kan bor. Cappuccino assassino la velela. Chimney. Cochino. The chimney. It's a slap for you. Guys. What? Those admin abuse for sure. Absolutely so right. Absolutely right. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Use. Jack. Deuces. Oh, that's a naughty. Los Traileritos. Okay, let's see. Nah, only 50. Only 500K. That's dog. That's absolutely dog. For real dog. For real dog. For real dog. Cappuccino assassino. Bombardino crocodile. Now guys, I'm doing a no look shot here. I'm doing no look. Please say I get some good. Guys, if I don't get anything good, I'm gonna cry. For real, I say, I'm gonna cry. I'll actually end stream. But I'm gonna. It's alright. It makes 1.4 million set. Got anything else? Oh, you got a festive lucky block on the top floor. Bruh. 6 minutes! Bruh, about 6, 7. Guys, that is alright. Six, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Reading my iron farm. Dim in my iron farm. Cappuccino. Coco assassino. Oh my god. Coco Fanto, Elefanto, Bambudo. If I ain't on the leaderboard, I kind of wish I was on the leaderboard, like, right. Even if I was, like, right here, I'd be happy. You need, like, almost 1 trillion. The people at the very top, they got, like, 3 trillion. I mean, 4 trillion. And then top stealers, that's a hard to put level. I've seen people with 800 in my server. Get off. Like that. Guys, I think I'm gonna end it here because I'm just not happy right now. I'm really not happy. Guys, this is the end. I'm actually angry. Because I literally got one thing that's good. 17 mil per sec. Wait, nah, dude, I don't know. We got just an stream. Bye.